up on the line, we've got number 444, Felony for Nashville, and number 517 looks like the Curly Dervish for the Galaxy.
First lead jammer goes to Felony from Nashville. Definitely a very strong jammer for this team. We saw yesterday Curly Dervish still working on the initial. Apex jump puts points on the board for Nashville in jam number 1. Curly Dervish still looking for the way through. Nashville 2-wall holding her back. I see Mayhem there. Massive defensive force for Nashville yesterday. So this is my first time seeing Seattle Derby Brats smacky. Make sure you point out the good stuff if you see that. Now we have Curly Dervish completing the initial. Felony coming through for a third scoring pass. Definitely going big.
We do have, Curly Dervish out on initial. Unable to pick up any points on that one, though. Full 4 points on that pass for Nashville, though, bringing the total to 12. Lining up next, we've got number 39 for the Galaxy. That is Rubelius. And number 09 on the line, Lunatic. Lining up there, empty. Oh, not quite an empty penalty box. We do have one blocker in the box.
Congratulations for the first direction. Jam is live. Yeah, that did go to the captain, Captain Toast. And now we have a lead jammer status for Rubelius from the Seattle Derby Brats. So trading off leads so far in Jam 1 and 2. And we have our first jammer penalty of the game going to Lunatic.
Going to be a little bit of a power jam here in favor of the Derby Brats. Jammed up pack here around turn number 4. Rubelius ducking to the outside, getting stuck into the pack a little bit. Trying to move around. And some great work by number 321, Rainbow Bite, knocking those Nashville blockers off to the inside, giving Rubelius a clean line. Going to skate up to the inside and freeze the jammer in the box. That's Lunatic, sticking around in the box for about, looks like 5 seconds is what she's holding up. So she's got about 5 seconds before returning to the track. Pound Cake going to take the line for the Galaxy.
So in Jam 2 now, the Galaxy putting up 10 points for Seattle. Not a lead change yet, but maybe we will see this with this power start. This is a very short power jam as Lunatic is already standing.
Both teams sucking back to the line, able to avoid that false start penalty, though. And Lunatic is Pound Cake is out as the lead jammer. Lunatic back on the track and going to try to play a little bit of defense. Takes a swing and a miss. Still stuck in with that Seattle defensive line. Seattle taking one penalty there. Looks like number 00, Dust Bunny, on a directional call. Lunatic taking a pass through the pack and able to get that initial pass. And the jam is getting called. 4 points for the Galaxy, and we've got a lead change.
All right, 18-12. I don't know who's supposed to win this game. Do you? Has anybody said anything?
I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the JRDA rankings.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I've been told that there have been a couple upsets this weekend.
Yes. Although to get here, this is the teams who've lost a game. So Seattle did lose to Santa Cruz, and Nashville did lose to Rose City last night. So these two now will play each other, hopefully to get a win out of the weekend.
Yep.
Next jam is live. Felony on the line for the Nashvilleans. Narwhal for the Galaxy. We are seeing a cut track call. A cut track on Felony. So another jammer penalty for Nashville. Another power jam for the Seattle Galaxy. And another lead jammer for Seattle as well. So they are going to have a Team USA practice this weekend, too, with the juniors here that are on Team USA.
Yeah, those jammer penalties are going to cause a lot of problems.
Yep.
Really don't want to see those, especially a couple in a row there.
Yeah, two. Yeah, 2 in a row.
Number 36 for
and a cut.
Seattle.
Wow, big hits from Mayhem.
Pack advantage for the Brats as well, just as that penalty ends on the Nashville jammer. So they'll have a pack advantage going into this, but not a power start.
It looked like I saw an OPR call a cut track at the end of the jam, but I don't see that anybody went. Let's see.
It looks like it was number 36, maybe.
So Hurricane is in the box for Nashville, along with that was jam 4. So that is a forearm on Qzilla. So 2 blockers in the box for Nashville as we go into jam 5. Frida Kapow now a new jammer for Seattle. Roadrunner for Nashville. Both of these teams do seem to have pretty solid jammer lines, so we're going to see some not people getting tired as some other teams may have done with a shorter jammer line. Finally, now a lead jammer status for Roadrunner and the Nashvilleans. Frida Kapow still working on the initial, having to do a little bit of a recycle there, a little backup, get some run up into that pack. Roadrunner hitting that pack in turn 1. Packs have stayed pretty slow. We haven't seen too much get all the way around the track, and a forearm assessed. A jammer penalty now for Seattle, a power jam for Nashville. I believe this is the first jammer penalty for Seattle.
Does look like it.
And, yeah, they're going to do that. They're going to ice this jammer in the box. That is something we have seen all weekend, is icing the jammer in the box, even if they're standing, even if it's the world's shortest power jam.
Yeah, what we've seen a lot, actually, is, folks just getting quick lead jam or not necessarily quick, but if they're having a hard time fighting through the pack, the second they get lead jam is they'll call the jam, freeze the jammer in the box for the opposing team, and try to give themselves a power start coming into the next one. Up on the line, 09, that is...
Lunatic.
Lunatic, thank you very much. Lunatic for Nashvilleans.
And, of course, Frida Kapow starting for the Galaxy in the penalty box. Although I've seen a lot of this desire for power starts, but not a lot of very well-coordinated offense.
Yeah, it does seem to be a...
not successful coordinated offense?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's more just kind of like clumping up and not quite giving those lines that you really need as a jammer to be able to get out.
Right.
We've got Kapow standing, getting drawn all the way back by
that's Mac
Attack. Thank you very much. And getting stuck into the
nice
the wall there. There is not a lead yet.
No. This is a long time without a lead. It's been 45 seconds. Finally, and now we have a lead jammer and 2 Seattle blockers in the box now for a direction and a back block.
And 1 for Nashville as well. But Frida Kapow is out on initial. Lunatic looking to score a couple points before calling it off potentially. And going to call it off. Picking up.
3
looks
points?
like 3 points, yeah.
Yeah. That was a direction, again, that was a direction for Mayhem. So we've seen 2 directions for the Nashvilleans and 2 directions for Seattle. Holding steady on 6 penalties each so far, going into jam number 7.
We've also got Chameleon sitting in the box.
Yeah, those 2 Seattle blockers are still in the box. We're starting with Felony and the Curly Dervish for Nashville and Galaxy, respectively. We'll have to see what happens. Both teams are down a couple, but it is going to be Nashville. Felony with your lead jammer status.
Seattle back with their full set of skaters out on the track. Going to challenge.
Nice. A nice dip around the
Felony
outside.
coming. And we have another jammer penalty up against the Curly Dervish.
Okay. That's two jammer penalties now for both teams.
At least it's a nice even game in terms of those.
An even number of jammer penalties.
Even number of jammer penalties. At least no one's suffering too hard. But again, those are going to make everything so much more difficult. If you're going to take a penalty, you really don't want it to be a jammer penalty.
Nah, you don't love it.
Number 47 heading to the box. That's Mayhem for Nashville. And that is going to get called.
Tie game.
Tie game 26-26. 8-0 jam in favor of Nashville there. Going to have a power start for Nashville here. Number 101 up on the line, Roadrunner. We'll see if they can make good work of this power start. Maybe a little bit better coordinated offense, but they do have a pack disadvantage.
You gotta practice it to make it look good.
You do gotta practice it.
You gotta do that. So here we go. Let's see what happens. We see just one playing offense, which is fine. That's a thing that people do.
They are setting up for that.
It works.
To come back in though.
Gets them moving up just enough. Can Nashville reform?
Roadrunner's lead jammer coming out on initial. And Curly Dervish really dragging that Nashville blocker all the way up.
Unfortunately, a penalty for Roadrunner. Lead lost. Now we will have a 2-minute jam.
Long jams. Mac Attack taking a high block penalty.
Mac Attack did pick up a few yesterday. It's hard to be tall, I guess.
It is difficult.
I don't know.
You end up getting a lot of high block penalties as a tall player, even
That's
if you're
true.
just standing there.
That's true. Sometimes I get low blocks that I don't think I did. I don't think I did it.
I've definitely taken my fair share of high block penalties that really should have been leading with the head.
On the other person.
Absolutely. And I've talked with the officials afterwards, and they've been like,
Tall skater problems.
They're like, no, we probably
Cry me a
miscalled that
river.
one, but we're so far past it. It is what it is.
So
it happens.
We thought we might have a lead change, but now maybe the Galaxy heard us and they were like, actually, no, we're not going to do that.
JK.
Just kidding. 8 points already on the board for the Galaxy in jam number 8.
Roadrunner through the pack, though, picking up 4 points, trying to close that
Ooh,
lead.
Okay. I've noticed there's a lot more tolerance for bleeding points of it. If you're like even just 4 ahead, they'll keep going with the jam. A multi-assess to Mac Attack, and also the pivot now in the box with a illegal position penalty. Didn't see the detail on that one. But again, another blocker being sent to the box, and there's nowhere for them to sit, so they will have to return to the track and then report when a blocker stands.
And Mayhem standing, so that means that number 43, or is that right? 43? Can't quite tell.
Mhm. So Mayhem returning, Mac Attack returning.
It seems like we are running this jam a little bit long, a little bit of...
For sure. Qzilla is stuck in the box here for Nashville, and it appears to be Evelina.
We've got an official timeout happening here.
So that is going to be the end of that official timeout.
We'll see how that resolves.
We do have 3 more games today after this. We're going to have 5 total. We're going to have an open division game, the 3rd place game at noon, the 2 p.m. gold medal game for the female division, and of course at 4 p.m. the open gold medal game. And then we'll have a little awards ceremony probably of some kind. Rubelius back on the line for the Galaxy, picking up that lead jammer status in jam number 9. Lunatic skating for Nashville. Looking for the way through. Lunatic, we have seen end up playing a little defense sometimes, waiting for our friend Qzilla to play a little offense, maybe create some space here. Rubelius already scoring 4 points in this jam. Lunatic now done with the initial. Rubelius in the back, getting stopped by Hurricane, who was maybe hoping for a little bit of recycle there, but Jammer stayed in, picked up another 3 points on that pass, bringing us 45-38, so breaking that tie.
On the track now, number 54. Number 54, Pound Cake for the Galaxy. Number 444, Felony.
I only ever see 2 4s at a time. I never see 3 of them. All right.
Both skaters working their way through the pack here. Getting clogged up at turn 1. Very impressive defense by both these teams here, keeping it to a fairly low-scoring game so far. So you know it's very defensively oriented. Looks like Pound Cake is out as the lead jammer, as one of the Galaxy blockers heads to the box. That's number...
Amir Katz.
Yeah, 823, Amir
That
Katz.
direction.
Felony breaking out on that initial, though. Coming around to try to score, but does not look like they were able to pick up any. We've got full 4 points, though, for the Galaxy with Pound Cake at the helm. 49-38 is the score heading into Jam 11. Little under 16 minutes left in this first half.
So no intentionally long jams. Definitely no one's being told to run it for any length of time. Narwhal back on the line for the Galaxy. Roadrunner for Nashville. Ooh, big hit from Roadrunner. And
Able to pop right back up and take lead, though.
Narwhal still working on the initial, looking for space on the inside line. Almost finds it. Big hit by Qzilla. And a recycle back behind the jam line. This Roadrunner is trying to come through here on a scoring pass. They want to catch up. They want to tie up that game again, maybe take that lead.
Directional penalty assessed on the pivot. Number 330, Allison Thunderland.
Yeah, some of these games have definitely been determined by penalties. You know, I mean, very evenly matched teams who just got into penalty trouble with their jammers or their blockers and just letting the other team get lead and capitalize on it.
And 8 uncontested points for Nashville on that jam.
Yep. 3-point game.
3-point game. Nice and tight here. Roadrunner able to make up a little bit of that difference. Next up, we've got Felony on the line. And number 993, that's Frida Kapow. Pivot standing in the box for the Galaxy. So fairly quickly, we'll have all 10 skaters back on the track here.
Really haven't seen too many star passes, to be honest. You know, I see people taking the star off. Unfortunately, Felony picking up a cut track call here, so no lead assessed. Frida Kapow
None yet.
has a chance to get it.
Do believe that that is still open.
Yeah, I didn't see the star come off.
I didn't either.
There we go. We got ourselves a lead jammer. Frida Kapow. Felony in the
Lead
box.
jammer.
Power Jam Seattle. Everybody's lining up now, coming into turn 3. Blockers messing with each other a little bit. But Nashville, it's time for you to set up and play some offense. But already 2 points, 2 goats. I don't see that too often. A big hit onto Captain Toast. Frida Kapow takes a spill, decides calling it off is the better part of valor.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, it's best there. Like, if you don't think that you can get back up and try to capitalize on that power jam, take a quick call off, freeze the jammer in the box.
Especially if you get knocked the wind out of you like that.
Yeah.
Better to start fresh.
Yeah, no dirty hits or anything. Just, sometimes, look, skating is hard.
And we did
even
see
at best of times.
Felony still stuck in the box. So this is a little bit of a power jam for the Seattle Derby Brats here. Rubelia sent out to give it a shot and a direction on the pivot.
Number 8, that is...
Evelina.
Yes.
Number 6.
Sorry, 6.
Ooh.
I'm wearing my glasses and
nice
I still can't
spin.
see.
Nice spin move to get out of there, Felony. Oh, and I can't see that ref. They're turned around.
Recycle there on Rubelius, but able to dance up the line a little bit. Up down the line.
Up down the line.
Up down the line. Out on initial.
That feels fine for roller derby, to be honest with you. Oh, okay. 4 points given to Felony there at the end of the jam. Another direction call. This time going to Mac Attack. No, just kidding. A direction on
number
143. That is Qzilla.
Qzilla going to take a little seat.
Yep. That's 3 now. So 15 penalties so far for Nashville. We got 12 minutes left in this game to have fun with it. Seattle on 12 penalties.
Fairly even on penalties, though.
Yeah, not too bad. Not outside the realm of messing things up. And, of course, we have just had a lead change, 54-51. Now Nashville has retaken that lead in this next jam. Curly Dervish and Lunatic, tell me what's good, Smacky.
Take a shot of water. We are at elevation here. Make sure to stay hydrated.
I did ask for it.
Curly Dervish able to break out of the pack there, taking lead jammer. Looking to maybe reclaim that lead. There's also sitting in the box, 00. That is Dust Bunny as the pivot. Lunatic picking up 4 points. Oh, no. Sorry. Curly Dervish picking up 4 points. Apologies. I was looking at the wrong side. Curly Dervish picking up 4 points back into the pack. Lunatic, however, being knocked to the inside of the track at the apex around turn 1 and 2. Curly Dervish now getting drawn back to the back. And Lunatic through the pack on initial. Now eligible to score some points. And another blocker penalty assessed on 120 or 321. That is a cut penalty. That is Rainbow Bite, sitting for 30 seconds.
A lot of blocker cuts.
Yep.
A lot of blocker cuts this weekend, and I feel like it's a little bit the floor, and it's just a little bit too excited to hit people. And another lead change.
8-4 jam.
1 point game.
Very tight here. This is good derby.
It's good derby.
It's good derby.
It's really good.
Pound Cake up against Roadrunner here on the line. One blocker in the box for the Galaxy.
So Pound Cake
and big
immediately kind of stopped by this Nashville wall in the back. Roadrunner, again, roadrunning it all the way through turn 1. 1 to beat, making them bridge. That was a really interesting knockout.
Yep.
I guess we're not going to see a penalty for that.
Nothing there.
Looked like a direction from here. Armchair officiating.
Little hard to tell around that apex, though.
A back block assessed to Chameleon for Seattle, and
Roadrunner through
Jammer. Made Roadrunner work for it, but always persistent. Pound Cake, again, determined to push the entire pack out of play. Did get a little bit of help, but it couldn't move the Nashville wall quite enough to get them moving. So now we're going to see Pound Cake recycled. And we do have a star pass. That is Alice in Thunderland now with the star for Seattle. That's rough. Pivot's job is to make Jambi over. Roadrunner coming through on a scoring pass. Another lead change already.
We're back
just
and forth
trading
on this
them.
one.
Roadrunner with 1 to beat. And that is Evelina, who's been very, very good today. Chameleon and Evelina together, devastating 2-wall for Seattle.
Love to see that really coordinated defense.
Yes.
Making sure that Roadrunner can't pick up all the points that they want to come back around for any more.
But I think
did get all four
on that one, but definitely had to work for it.
And looked like they wanted to try to pick up some more, but couldn't make it.
Yeah. I've definitely seen this weekend, even if they lose the jammer or the jammer gets lead, there's a lot of one person getting in and catching, which I honestly see is better with the juniors than with the adults that I watch a lot.
Yeah.
They catch and then another joins them, and it's all the same work all over again for the same number of points.
Exactly. Doesn't matter how many times you pass those hips. All that matters is that you pass the hips.
Exactly. Instant lead almost for Narwhal.
Very quickly through the back up the inside.
Ooh, star pass. Ooh, and a pop in the hip. We're going to see somebody get a penalty for something. Hurricane with the star for Nashville. 2 Seattle blockers heading to the box. 3-2-7 for Seattle.
And Hurricane is heading to the box as well, so that's going to be a jammer penalty.
Oh, no.
Power jam in favor of Seattle here.
Wow.
Looking to pick up some good points.
So Narwhal's lead. So that was an error. They did have Hurricane come out of the box. Right through, completing the initial, unchallenged. 10 out of 10 for Hurricane.
Narwhal picking up 4 points on that pass.
So Hurricane's done a lot of jamming and pivoting this weekend for Nashville, so definitely a triple threat.
Narwhal calling it before Hurricane can pick up any of those points.
4 first. Okay, so 3-point game, Nashville in the lead. But the last couple of jams, it's just been back and forth, back and forth.
Back and forth. Number 9, Lunatic up for Nashville. Number 39, Rebellious for the Galaxy. And 1 blocker standing in the box for the Galaxy, about to bring them back to the track. But it does seem that blocker in the box might have hurt them because Lunatic has lead.
It doesn't help.
Star pass there over to number 330, Allison Thunderland.
Yep, second star pass. This blocker has taken.
0 points for the Galaxy on that one. I'm not seeing any points for Nashville yet up on the board. See if any come through. But a clean penalty box. All 10 skaters out there.
Wow.
4 points for Nashville on that one. Widening their lead a little bit, 70-63. That's still only 7 points. That's 1 jam. That's easy to make up.
Yeah, so Seattle taking over Nashville with the penalty count by 3. That'll be interesting to talk about at the half. Frida Kapow on the line with Roadrunner for Nashville. Frida Kapow for the Galaxy. Roadrunner trying to take the inside line, but it is Frida Kapow. Oh, right there on the inside with two of the Nashvilleans to beat. And here we are again, another lead jammer status for Roadrunner in Nashville.
Roadrunner really good at picking up that lead.
For sure, for sure. Roadrunner coming through, hoping for Seattle to maybe not be totally set up, and hits a 2-wall, but it is Psychosis.
Psychosis.
And one of the 0-0s,
the
perhaps.
Triple
zero,
Kangaroo.
And 4 points. 4 points. Gets them just separated enough. And a direction call is being assessed to number 6. 1-5 Lethally Blonde for Nashville as Roadrunner picks up 4 more. Pack is starting to speed up. Maybe going into turn 4 with 2 of the Nashvilleans to beat. I don't think going to get any of those points. Nope. But
no.
Unfortunately, 2 Nashville blockers in the box, 1 Seattle blocker in the box. 4.5 minutes left in this first half. Nashville extending that lead by another 8 points.
We do have a double-digit score differential here. 15 points between the two teams, 78-63.
I think this is the biggest one so far.
Biggest so far.
But it doesn't mean anything.
No.
It means nothing.
We've definitely seen this weekend larger deficits made up very
absolutely.
quickly.
Oh, my gosh. Curly Dervish on the line for the Galaxy. Lunatic for Nashville. Nice spin moves on the inside line for that lead jammer status. Lunatic.
Curly Dervish out quickly behind, though. Just about a quarter of a track between them. I think Lunatic might try to score some quick points and call it. That's what it looks like.
2.
Currently 1 Nashville blocker sitting in the box. That is number 79, Toast, sitting on the forearm.
Captain Toast.
Captain Toast.
I really want some toast.
I had some waffles this morning. It was pretty good.
I should have eaten more food this morning. Pound cake on the line now. I want some pound cake too. That'd be good. Felony for Nashville. All these
I don't
food
want any
names,
felonies,
guys.
though.
You guys are killing me. No felonies, please. We wouldn't mind if Felony got lead jammer, and there she goes, lead jammer for the Nashvilleans.
A cut call assessed against Kangaroo.
Pound cake completing the initial felony. Yeah, getting that call off. 4 points.
4 points for Nashville, widening the lead a little bit.
Yeah, going into the half, you want to maintain that lead if you can. You don't want to hand anything to the other team if you're up. It's good to end on a high note. In 2.5 minutes, like,
that's nothing in derby
there could
time.
be 3 more jams. There could be 1 more jam. We don't even know. Nobody has used an OR or a team timeout yet, which is wild. Because we've seen a lot of timeouts this weekend.
Yeah, oftentimes we'll see those used to try to regroup.
So Roadrunner taking an opportunity to try and knock the equilibrium out of Rubelius.
Hurricane with that hit out to the inside.
I want to see a little bit more of Jammer staying in bounds. I know it's hard on this track. I've skated on this track. It's slippery as heck.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. You want your outdoor wheels usually. But I know that's contributing to a lot of the slide out of bounds happening.
Rubelius with just a couple blockers to beat, but Felony able to make it through to take, or I'm sorry, Roadrunner, apologies, not Felony.
Just kidding. It was a penalty. No, Roadrunner.
Roadrunner with the lead, and it looks like there's a late assessed lead jam given to Rubelius.
Yes.
Because Roadrunner never actually acquired that lead jammer status due to the penalty. Rubelius fighting with Hurricane there. Hurricane doing a great job of trying to send them out of bounds. Now Rubelius with 2 more Nashville blockers to beat. That's 394, which is Wings up at the top with them. Roadrunners now back on the track, making their way into the pack. Down 1 Seattle blocker. That is number 321, Rainbow Bite, with a directional call. That jam is going to come to an end. 5 points for Seattle on that one, closing the gap a little. 68 to 84 in favor of Nashville right now.
Got a little Nashville cheer going on here in the crowd. Jammer's doing a little dance behind the jam line.
Little jam dance.
A jam dance. Narwhal, jam skating perhaps, versus Lunatic. So Lunatic for Nashville already getting recycled on the outside line. You can tell this recycling hurts Lunatic in her heart. Narwhal finding a way through around fallen skaters to pick up that lead jammer status.
Looked like Mac Attack was pinned by their own teammate there, unable to get back up.
Sometimes it'd be like that. Narwhal right through on the outside line, a little bit of a side surf there for 4 points. So this is definitely the jam Seattle wants. They've got lead. They're scoring points. Lunatic is being held up by the Seattle defense. Mac Attack's in the box, so Nashville's down 1. And we see a forearm assessed to the Nashville pivot. So still pack advantage Seattle.
Number 47, Mayhem, sitting while Mac Attack is standing.
So Lunatic with the star in hand, choosing to block instead of jam. That's a choice. And that's going to be halftime.
Seems like trying to defend the lead rather than make up those points. Yeah, definitely an interesting strategic
But it's not a big lead, so, you know, there's a chance for you to get points if they're not going to call it. Anyway, 84 to 68, Nashville, after several lead changes in the lead at the half. We will be right back in about 4-ish minutes.
Quick correction, it does look like there might be 3 more points coming in for Seattle on that pass. I don't think that those got added to the score.
Well, you'll see the update after the half.
We'll see.
There we go. These are very even matched teams. They each have 21 penalties. They each only have 4 skaters who've gotten 0 penalties. You know who you are. Good for you. Only 3 jammer penalties for Nashville, 2 for Seattle. And yeah, nothing crazy. We had one pivot get a penalty as the jammer after taking a star pass, and we've had 2 star passes at least, but 2 penalties for that blocker as a blocker, not as a jammer, so that's good.
And nobody in danger of fouling out here.
No.
The most we have is 4 penalties for number 47. That is Mayhem on the Nashvilleans, who is going to start the half in the penalty box as the pivot. Little time left on that penalty yet to serve. That was a forearm call.
Yeah. Had a few 2-minute jams in that one, so only 22 jams in the first half. I bet we'll see something similar in the second. The second half is where we're going to see who pulls ahead, who can keep it cleaner, at least not get any or fewer jammer penalties, and who has the best bench for time management.
Exactly, yeah.
When it's evenly matched like this, your time management becomes incredibly important.
It really comes down to all the little stuff, yeah, and that's going to be work for the coaches to make sure that they're using their timeouts and their official reviews efficiently. It's going to be up to them to make sure that their jammers are calling the jams when they need them to.
Correct.
To preserve, a power lead or anything like that.
I know Wesley jammers have been pretty attentive to the bench. Nobody really calling it too late or too soon. Whoever wins this game is going to win that third place prize, whatever that may be. Whether it's a medal or bragging rights, I actually do not know the answer.
I don't either.
Things we want to know. After this, we do still have a few more games on the schedule today. This is your championship weekend. We have Des Moines versus the Pixies. So both of these teams have won a game and lost a game. So now they'll get a chance to face off against each other and maybe win another, lose another. That
will also be a bronze medal type game.
Correct. For the open division. And then the female division finale will be Santa Cruz versus Rose. That should be a good game.
And the open finale is going to be Fort Collins versus Philly. I've been told by Ginger that this is the 4th year running that's the case.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we've got kind of a Gotham Rose situation.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit trading back and forth. I mean, Rose is in the, female division here, but
an analogy.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Do
you know an analogy?
I know what you mean.
Do you like analogies? A lot of people don't.
I skate with Maven. I know what Rose versus Gotham is. I'm familiar.
Right. Yeah.
Starting off the half here, it looks like we've got Curly Dervish up against Felony on the line.
So Curly Dervish picking up 1 penalty in that first half. Felony picking up 2. So neither jammer has been as squeaky clean as some of their jammer colleagues. And I will say Nashville's running a shorter jammer rotation. They're pretty much running Lunatic, Roadrunner, and Felony. And if they do a star pass when they need to. And then Seattle's been running more of a 4 jammer rotation. Narwhal, Rubellas, Curly Dervish, and Pound Cake. So here we are, jam number 1. Take it away.
It does look like Kangaroo is also starting in the penalty box there. Might have been assessed a late penalty between after the end of that last jam. We've got both of those skaters fighting up the line though. Curly Dervish is up at the top of the pack, moving through the last of the Nashville blockers, and is awarded lead jammer status a little bit late there as the official is trying to pull the whistle out of their pants. We now have Kangaroo back on the track, but still 1 skater for each team sitting. Felony now out on initial. 1 more blocker sitting down in the box for the Galaxy. And Felony through for 4 points, even though they do not have lead. Curly Dervish is going to attempt to call that jam, but Felony is going to be able to pick up 3 points, stumbling through there to pick up those good points. 4-7 jam in favor of Nashville. Nashville maintaining the lead 91-79.
So Qzilla picking up a penalty in jam number 1 for Nashville, and then Dust Bunny and a Meerkat picking up a penalty for Seattle. So already 3 penalties added to the total in period number 2.
And it looks like there was also that was the low block assist on Dust Bunny right at the end of that.
2 penalties. Ouchies. Bringing up to 4. We said nobody was in trouble, guys. That didn't mean we wanted you to get into trouble.
Don't get in trouble. Oh, maybe that's getting reversed.
So Nashville hanging on to that lead, 91-79, a 7-4 jam for jam number 1, heading into jam number 2. Lunatic on the line for Nash Villains. Rubellious for Seattle. Rubellious getting it recycled back behind that jammer line. Doesn't want to touch Mac Attack if she doesn't have to. Lunatic with 1 to beat, now 2 to beat. Again, the defense by Seattle here. That was an interesting push there, but yes, 3-3-0 been very, very strong for Seattle. That is Allison Thunderland, usually the pivot, wearing that stripe now. Hopefully giving Rubellious a chance to pick up lead. Oh.
Big hit by Allison Thunderland.
Big shoulder hit.
Very clean, though.
Very clean. We're approaching a minute without a lead jammer. So everyone had a chat about defense at halftime.
That does seem to be the case.
Okay, a back block assessed.
On number 823.
Yep. A Meerkat.
A Meerkat.
So Rubellious now with 2 to beat at the top of the pack. Heading into turn 3. Everyone deciding they need to lock down offense. We've seen the star fall off of Lunatic's helmet. And we do finally have a lead jammer with 38 seconds left in the jam. That is Rubellious for the Seattle Galaxy.
Really stiff defensive work here.
Yeah. Everybody's really being careful with their arms. There's a lot of one-on-one blocking, but a hit on Rubellious. So honestly, really even in that first half, a lot of trading off of leads. See, Nashville definitely had more leads towards the end and picked up points to overtake. But so far, 2 jams, 2 leads for Seattle.
Single-digit lead by Nashville. And Rubellious is back up.
Okay. And just a look at those penalties for each team. I'll switch them back and then hide this before we hear that rolling whistle to restart the game clock.
And Mayhem is that skater that we were talking about who just took a high block penalty.
Ooh.
Is currently the only
A head block. An H.
head block. Apologies, not a high block. You're right. Head block.
I've
penalty.
just about memorized the handy dandy WFTDA quick reference guide for penalties. High block is A.
I don't need to know what the letters are. I just need to
You
know
do
not to
need
do
to.
'em.
You do need to know the letters. But yeah, H is a head block.
Head block assessed on Mayhem, bringing them kind of into that danger zone that we're talking about, the 5 to 6 penalty range. Don't want to be fouling out. That 7 is your limit.
Okay, so what was the highest point differential in the last? Like, what was the highest score that Nashville had pulled away? Like 20-something points.
In
First
this
in the
last
first
game?
half. In the first half.
In the first half, I don't think that they got a.
Double
the,
digits. Yeah,
the absolute. Yeah, it was.
like 20-something. 20-something points
I
almost.
don't
Not quite
remember.
30. Damn. All right.
I have garbage memory. I don't know why you're asking me these things.
I thought you might remember. All right, here we go. We got a
No.
new jam. We got a new lead jammer. It's going to be Pound Cake. That is the third lead in a row in the second half for Seattle.
And that's what they need
they want to
make it
take that lead back. Roadrunner sent back out. Already has the star in hand, looking for the pivot. That is Mayhem returning from the box. Seattle pivot sees Mayhem coming, says no thank you.
No,
No,
I'm
ma'am.
not gonna have that hand off.
Pound Cake on a scoring pass. We're going to see a multi assessed to Mayhem. That is going to be, unfortunately, number 6. And Roadrunner is out. Seattle choosing to call it after picking up 4 points.
Pound Cake freezing Mayhem in the box for the full 30 seconds. It looks like they called it off before that pivot was able to sit down. So they're going to start with a pack advantage and make the most out of it. Number 36, Narwhal up on the line for Seattle. Number 444, that is Felony. As Mayhem sits in the box as the pivot.
5-point game.
5-point game.
So Narwhal and Felony together again. We've seen this a few times. And it is
Narwhal quick to get out
Narwhal.
the pack.
But
Probably going to see another
here
quick
comes Felony.
points. Yep.
Felony can't be kept back.
Quick points and call is what we're likely to see here.
Oh,
No,
a nice
but
hop,
Felony
skip, and a
threw.
jump. Felony takes the 4 points that Narwhal wants.
Exactly.
I think, yeah. I think all 4 in the sky there, yep. Nashville maintaining their lead. Basically a 0-0 jam.
0-0 jam with a clear box. I think this is the first time we're seeing 139 Calamity skating for Nashville with the
First time with the
star on.
star.
Curly Dervish on the line for Seattle.
So maybe a relief jammer. Calamity looking for space on the outside. Runs right into that Seattle pack. Curly Dervish knocking out Hurricane to take that lead jammer status on the outside.
Once again, really what Seattle needs here.
That's
Try
the
to
thing.
close
And
that
again,
gap.
another lead for Seattle.
4 in a row there?
4 in a row. No, 5 in a row.
5 in a row. And
Wow.
Calamity is going to take a seat in the box.
Unfortunately.
Looks like they were assessed on a multiplayer.
Yep, a multi. Yeah, sometimes you can take those jersey whips and somebody challenges that link. You don't think about it, but that is
Yep.
a multi. Dervish looking for space on the inside line. Not going to find it with Hurricane right there. The other
Hurricane with the
two,
drawback.
Seattle blockers waiting. It looks like we did have the other 2 in the back, maybe trying to play some offense. Or just stuck, honestly. This is the second time I've seen 2 blockers get goated together.
And we have a lead change
Oh.
with Seattle taking 1 point over Nashville on a 6-point jam, 96-95.
Holy moly.
So tight here.
What a game.
Shots of water all around.
New jam, number 6, Pound Cake. Calamity starting from the box, so a little 2-second power jam.
but has a big run up.
Yeah, a nice knockout to the outside, though, for Calamity. Again, the track is not anybody's friend here for sliding. Pound Cake with 3 to beat. Illegal position on number 321 for Seattle. That is Rainbow Bite heading to the box for a illegal position, maybe a destruction or failure to return, who could say.
Pound Cake taking lead and coming around on that scoring pass, but Calamity's out as well.
So more penalties there. I see Johnny Demonic in the middle there assessing some penalties. We've got a direction and an illegal procedure assessed to number 22 for Nashville. That is Blazing Grace.
Double penalty. Do you know what the illegal procedure was
Honestly,
assessed for? Looks like it might have been an illegal exit.
Probably didn't leave the track quickly enough or skated, through the track.
Right.
Like on the track when you're supposed to just get yourself out of bounds as quickly as possible.
You have to run perpendicular, get yourself out as quickly as possible. Do not obstruct play.
Yeah. And then also you see a lot of illegal procedure for illegal reentry. Like they come in the middle of the pack and they cut their own team or they cut the other team. So anyway, Rebellious on the line. Brad's hitting that century mark in that last jam, taking the lead a little bit further. Roadrunner
Hurricane
for Nashville.
Multiplayer.
Oh, but the lead jammer is Roadrunner. But basically all of the blockers are in a box.
Rebellious taking the inside line there.
Okay.
And able to make sure that Roadrunner stays in the pack with the rest of the Seattle Derby team.
So I'd say you should have ran this to try and get these blockers out of the box. But that was not the choice made by the Nashville bench.
No, unfortunately, Nashville is still going to start with a low blocker count here.
Yeah, if
2 against 4.
If you're gonna do this and do 0-0 jam, you may as well keep going and get your blockers out of the box. That's the only thing. It's not good. Nashville's barely down. They want as many blockers on the track as they can get, and now we're in a position of Lunatic maybe feeling like she has to play defense. But if you don't practice this all the time, if you're not as good at defense as you are at jamming, you're just giving lead. And here is the lead jammer now, Narwhal for Seattle.
Narwhal coming around on that scoring pass, pushing up against the Nashville blockers. Lunatic being caught up by the rest of that Seattle team as well. We are seeing a very defensively oriented second half here.
Lunatic almost had that, but just lost the balance a tiny bit. Here we go. Finally some space on the outside. But it's a cut.
Given a cut call.
Oh, yeah.
No lead. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Narwhal is still lead. Apologies.
Narwhal's the lead. Remains the lead jammer.
Lunatic was never lead. That's on me.
She's very good, so I can see how you could be confused.
We've just seen her as lead so many times.
Wow. What a tough jam.
Very much so. Chameleon picking up a destruction penalty right at the end of that jam as well.
Yeah. So.
Or I'm sorry, not destruction, directional. Too many things. Curly Dervish up on the line for the power start for Seattle. I'm going to try to make it through fairly quickly here. Get that lead.
That may work. So Felony wearing the stripe now for Nashville.
Might be ready to take a quick star pass.
Maybe so.
We can see Lunatic standing in the box with the star off. Might be looking to hand that off quickly. Limit the damage that Curly Dervish is able to do getting through here.
So Curly Dervish definitely on a scoring pass now. Nashville may be hoping for the star pass, but Felony is very busy blocking Dervish.
Very busy. And that's a wall that I wouldn't want to go up against.
Yeah, exactly. So Dervish, so Felony leaves maybe now to go play some stuff. A really nice defense here by Hurricane. A really clean knockout. Got that side contact really well. We have had a star pass to Felony. Okie dokie.
Curly Dervish up on the inside, able to stay inbounds.
Clean.
And calls it. getting all 4 points on that pass.
Fresh and so clean.
So fresh and so clean.
But again, Nashville defense holding Seattle to only 4 points. All that work for 4 points. 115 to 99.
It's a 16-point difference. That is, again, just
Wow.
one jam. Very tight game here. Although,
Wow.
that's not one jam when both teams are playing this tough of defense. We've seen a couple very long jams here for not many points.
Exactly so.
Pound Cake and Roadrunner up on the line here. Looks like Pound Cake is working their way up along the outside, facing off against Hurricane and Mac Attack at the top of the pack. And Roadrunner is able to dance through.
But
no, gets a multiplayer block.
Or
multiplayer. Not a very common penalty that we see on jammers.
No.
And Pound Cake is really working it. Looks like the entire Galaxy team is keeping Hurricane at the back to try to maintain pack back there, spreading out those Nashville blockers. And Pound Cake is able to get through and claim lead jammer. Cutting inside and up along the line, calling the jam after some quick points to freeze Roadrunner in the box. Roadrunner standing, so just a couple seconds left on that penalty. We're at 16 minutes, 19 seconds left in this game. Coming into Jam 11, the second half of this game here at the JRDA Championship. We have a timeout being called out, team timeout.
First team timeout.
Taken by Nashville.
Okay. So they're down. They have definitely not been getting lead for a hot minute. Definitely everybody's been picking up penalties. We're sitting on 31 penalties now for Nashville, 28 for Seattle. So staying pretty close within 3 penalties of each other. Let's see, points per jam. Show me the points. So we have a little timeout. I can show you the fun stuff here. Look at this. So Nashville has gotten 1 lead in the whole second half so far. We've had 10 jams. Nashville's only gotten lead 1 time. Seattle taking that lead 9 times and managing to score on every single jam. Even when they weren't lead, they've picked up at least 4 points. But low-scoring jams, nothing crazy. We haven't really had a lot of very high-scoring jams. The highest-scoring jams we've had are 12 points at any given time. So this just speaks to the incredible defense that we're seeing in this game. And so this is definitely different, where Nashville was really dominating that lead jammer status in the first half. So Seattle definitely had a really solid chat during that halftime, and it shows. We are back, jam number 11. Back takes off. We've got Rubelius on the line for the Galaxy, Roadrunner for Nashville, and it is going to be Rubelius for the Seattle Derby Brats Galaxy, your lead jammer. Pack heading into turn number 3. And we're going to see a direction assessed to the Nashville pivot. That is number 141, Poison Ivy. So first one for Poison Ivy. And a cut track call. Who's got that cut? A cut on 0-0-0. That is Kangarooby as a blocker. Another 4 on the board, this time for Nashville. Rubelius going to go ahead and call this jam off. We do see a few points go up, so it is still a positive jam for the Galaxy here. 6-4, 125, 103. 15 minutes left in this game. It is anybody's game. And for your reminder, this is the 3rd place game for the female division of the Junior Roller Derby Association Championship 2025. That jam is started. Narwhal versus Felony, another pairing we've seen a lot of today. Felony taking the lead for Nashville. This is definitely what they need. We've seen Seattle take almost all of the leads so far in this game. So Felony needs to score these points if they want to catch up. Seattle is not going to make it easy for them. Narwhal done with the initial, running through. Nice juke. Definitely faster than that blocker. Felony coming through also here on his scoring pass. We see 2 more points go up for Nashville here. So a positive jam, but they still gave up points to the Galaxy.
Just 21 points between these teams here.
Curly
Up on the
Dervish.
line. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Curly Dervish on the line with Lunatic. So Lunatic having a tougher time this game than we've seen in the past. Curly Dervish, again, knocked to the outside, knocked to the inside, getting that recycle. Just enough time for Lunatic to muscle her way through and get that lead jammer status. So Nashville must have heard me talking about it. So this is the second lead now. Third lead in this half for Nashville. We hear a lot of whistles going off here. Another blocker for Seattle in the box, a blocker for Nashville heading to the box. So both packs are down. And 4 points on the board for Lunatic. Dervish really struggling here, not even completing the initial yet. We do see their pivot waiting, but again, Mayhem is right there to make things difficult for that pivot to take that star. Lunatic taking a spill, giving 2 of these Seattle blockers time. A Meerkat with the knockout.
Evelina taking the star pass for Seattle.
Nice. Okay, first star pass to Evelina.
In Lunatic with the call off, but not quite fast enough to
Not fast
prevent those
enough.
points from getting gotten.
Again, like we said, another positive jam, but Nashville still giving up those points. They have, they're having to play some offense, but it's messing with their defense just enough.
And this really is a game of just single-digit jams.
Mm-hmm.
One set of jams, 1 point really can make the difference here. 17 points is not much of a difference in Derby.
And there's still time for Nashville to catch up and overtake.
Absolutely.
We'll see.
Now, that's not going to happen with
We'll
Pound Cake
see.
taking lead here. Roadrunner with the star cover off. Looking to break through that Seattle defense. Coming up against the very formidable line of Mom Likes Me Best, Rainbow Bite, Allison Thunderland, and Chameleon. Pound Cake up at the top and receiving some offensive assistance from Rainbow Bite. Rainbow Bite doing a great job of clearing that line for Pound Cake to pick up 4 more points. And again, more great offense. Allison Thunderland clearing that line now and freezing Roadrunner in the box. A couple seconds left on that. And it looks like Roadrunner might be... Oh, no, not in the danger zone. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong player.
No. On 4 penalties, though.
On 4 penalties and did take a forearm in that last jam. Rubelius taking the star for Seattle. Scores 142 to 117 in favor of Seattle here. The Derby Brats. Rubelius looking for a little bit of fancy footwork along the outside. Roadrunner coming back in. Rubelius knocked to the outside. And Roadrunner skating up along the inside line. Meeting a lot of resistance from the Seattle team, though. And is able to take... Oh, no, has not been awarded lead due to a no earned pass on one of the Seattle players. So that does mean that lead is still open. Rubelius could potentially take it. They have not yet removed their star cover.
That's good. I hate to see that. Ooh.
Now, despite not being lead jammer, Roadrunner is on a scoring pass here and is looking to earn some points.
I do want to see a little offense for Rubelius, continually getting knocked out to the outside line.
Yeah, really having a hard time there. But
lead is open.
Lead is open. And
it's been over a minute.
And that whole Seattle team is really doing a great job of keeping Roadrunner from earning any more passes, though.
But
so they're a little bit occupied, but they do need to help out their jammer there.
But probably has already scored 4 points.
Right.
Although time is on Seattle's side right now.
It is, yeah. They really need to be a little bit more aware of the management here. Maybe make a sacrifice on one.
A direction.
And also it looks like there's a penalty being assessed on Seattle as well. Can't tell who that is.
That is a Meerkat.
A Meerkat.
Oh, a cut track on Roadrunner. Still no lead.
Still no lead.
No lead.
With 10 seconds left in this jam, no lead has been assessed, awarded, or only lost by 1. And
is it? So no lead assessed.
No penalty.
No
assessed
penalty.
On the rebellious. We thought that might be a cut.
Ooh, maybe hard, maybe, but it was one hand out. That's okay.
Yes.
Toe stops were right there on the line. No lead for that entire jam, unless they choose to say yes, it was lead at the last second. But
it might have been, but
maybe
was not
just a 2-minute grind. You're welcome.
Yep.
Wow, and only 4 points.
So a little bit of a ticky-tack stuff about that penalty. Rubelius had one hand out, put one hand down in bounds. That does mean that they are still in bounds, though.
Yes.
None of their knees did not touch the ground.
Yes.
They were not considered in a downed position, and they did not exit the track. So they were considered in bounds and upright, and were not given a cut.
So we do have a lead now. That is Narwhal for Seattle and jam number 16. So Narwhal here on a scoring pass. Roadrunner started from the box, but is also now back on the track. Not having had a break was the jammer for the last jam. That 2-minute grind and getting that penalty towards the end of the jam. Seattle losing a blocker to the box. That is number 321 with a forearm rainbow bite. Roadrunner through, star in hand.
On a scoring pass now.
Yeah, going for it. Seattle losing another blocker to the box, so we'll see what they do. Yep, they're going to call it. They don't mind starting with just 2 on the track.
Just 2 on the track and preventing Nashville from making up any of that point difference.
Yep, and only 4 points gotten by Seattle, but that's okay with them. They're in the lead.
And the trick there is that with 2 blockers in the box, even passing 1 skater there would have given Nashville 3 points. So really smart move to call it off when they did.
But as we've seen, both of these teams are totally fine with a 2-wall.
Absolutely.
And pretty good at it.
When you have blockers like these, you don't need the full complement of 4. You can have just a few people out on the track and really make a difference.
Precisely.
Now that said, the reduced wall does seem to be working in Felony's favor there as they pick up lead. Nashville going to come in, try to make up the point difference there. We have a difference of 25 points on the board, picking up 4 additional ones there in order to make it up. We've got one of the blockers for Seattle back on the track. Pound Cake, still stuck in the pack, though, not having an initial pass completed yet. And being held up at the top by number 79. That is Toast, the captain. And Pound Cake is now out on initial. Felony's going to call it. All the skaters have cleared the box. That's 4 more points for Nashville, giving them 8 on the jam to 0 for Seattle's.
So now we're sitting on 35 penalties for Seattle, 36 for Nashville for the game. We've got 3 skaters on Seattle on 5, 2 on 6 for Nashville, and 1 on 5. And we still have a couple of skaters who have not gotten any penalties, including some jammers. So Seattle jammers are definitely keeping it cleaner than Nashville jammers, which is why you're seeing the score differential that we have here now. It's not much, but it definitely counts for something. You got to keep those jammers out of the box. Curly Dervish back on the line for Nashville, but it will be Lunatic who picks up that lead jammer status. She knows we're coming down to the wire. Dervish is through, completing the initial as Lunatic comes in, hits that inside line really hard, finds some space, 4 points, calls the jam.
Desperately calling it. And like you said, these teams are extremely evenly matched. We're looking at 36 penalties apiece.
Oh my
we
gosh.
only have 3 skaters kind of in the danger zone for each of them. The only metric by which Seattle seems to be leading and is therefore has the actual lead in the game is those jammer penalties. Those are making such a difference here.
Oh, really is, yeah.
We have a high block given to number 141 Poison Ivy for Nashville right at the end there.
So, yeah, again, Nashville sitting on now 10 jammer penalties. Seattle has only had 2.
Exactly. And
that'll do it.
To further illustrate that, Roadrunner sit in the box for a back block.
That's 6.
Allowing Rubelius to take lead, jam, and is probably going to try to rack up these points, really widen it. We've said before that, point differences in the teens are not much in Derby, but when you get down to these last couple jams, they really can make the difference, especially when these are so tight and there's such tense defense here. You see Rubelius being very careful with the footwork to make sure to enter behind all of the Nashville blockers. Roadrunner coming back in, coming around trying to get that initial pass, but is being met by Allison Thunderland.
But getting some offensive help from
Getting
Hurricane.
A little bit of offensive help from
Roadrunner's getting the signal to take off the star from Hurricane, but Hurricane is not currently the pivot. The pivot is busy.
Pivot's busy.
The pivot's busy playing defense.
Making sure Rubelius cannot make it through.
So Hurricane trading places with the pivot, hopefully so.
And that's really smart.
Poison Ivy can go. That was really smart move by Hurricane, but
really smart move.
Poison Ivy doesn't seem to get the message in time.
But really heads up play, like excellent eyesight by Hurricane, recognizing,
getting right in there.
I need to get my pivot out and give my jammer the opportunity to pass off that star. And saying, hey, I'm going to take your place. I'm going to get in this wall. You need to get up front.
Okay, so lead extended now 150-33. This is not even 20 points.
No.
We have 2 minutes, 46 seconds on the clock. Official timeout. Bench coach is taking an opportunity to go talk to the refs.
This is the time where we, as commentators, get to wildly speculate about what they might potentially be talking about.
Where's the best pizza in Loveland?
And the answer is, I don't actually know.
Yeah, I was like, do you live here?
No.
Do you know? No.
No.
Don't look at me like you know the answer.
I was going to say Bojo's, but I don't know if there's a Bojo's in Loveland.
I mean, Bojo's is all right.
I like Bojo's. I mean, I'm a Colorado boy.
Oh, there you go. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's a different thing. Oh.
Okay.
You know what this official review might be about is we just received
It's not an official review.
Or I'm sorry, an official timeout.
Yeah.
Apologies, not an official review. Official timeout might be, it looks like Roadrunner has picked up that 7th penalty.
Oh, no, a cut track at the end, a foul out.
Yeah.
So Roadrunner has been one of the main jammers for Nashville, but again, has contributed a lot to those jammer penalties.
And you do not want to see a foul out for a jammer because that means a long power jam.
Well, new jam. They've substituted.
Yeah.
So Felony now, it looks like Felony. They see 4s.
It looks
is
like,
in the box. So been subbed in for Roadrunner, who has fouled out.
It looks like because that cut was assessed between jams,
yes,
they don't have to sit for the full 2 minutes.
Yes. So no OR needed. Narwhal on the line for the Galaxy. Yes, finds that space. So patient, so smart. Sees that daylight, jumps for it, picks up lead. Nashville getting ready to try and catch Narwhal. Double O Dust Bunny over there, hoping to play a little offense for Felony.
And Felony,
there we go,
out very quickly, streaking out of the box and able to take the initial pass there. Not going to pick up any points on that pass, being prevented by Seattle blockers. But 4 points for Seattle on that one, 154-133. Extremely tight game. Timeouts being taken by Nashville.
Yeah, so just to point out, 3 jammers for Seattle have not gotten any penalties. Poundcake, Narwhal, and Rubelius. They've been clean this whole game. Every single person that jammed for Nashville, we even had a Piveres jam at penalty. Every single one has gotten at least 1.
And as a MRDA team that takes a lot of jammer penalties, let me tell you, it is frustrating.
Clean it up.
Clean it up, y'all.
I'm saying that to you, not to the children. I feel
No,
like
no.
that's rude to say.
No.
They have parents and coaches
No, you
that can
you
tell
can
them
talk to the ground control guys
Yeah.
like that, though.
clean it up, boys.
Yeah, again,
Not every flag is a green flag.
it's true.
Yeah.
Again, the only metric here that we can say is like really leading to this point difference are those jammer penalties. That's
And I'm
causing such a problem.
I'm reminded of something that Evil X said to me once. She's over there at the Skate Rats booth. They've got all the gear this weekend. X told me, she's like, every flag is a green flag. Red flags are also green. I'm colorblind. I never saw an Apex jump that girl wouldn't take.
I was gonna say I don't know that X is necessarily the best judge of when to go for it.
X says yes.
X will go for anything. We've got Pound Cake and Felony up on the line.
I say that
here.
with all the love and respect in the
No,
world.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent jammer, excellent player.
But here
very
we
smart.
go. Watch. We've seen some really smart jamming by Felony and Pound Cake
Felony getting
this
drawn
game,
back.
but both of them are still working on this lead status. It is Pound Cake, but Felony's right there, trying to regain balance.
And it looks like these teams are going to try to run it. I think that's going to favor, or maybe I should say, Seattle looks like they're trying to run it as long as they possibly can. Maintain that lead. A 0-0 jam works in their favor this time around. I think they're probably going to run it as long as they possibly can.
They totally should.
Because
if they let this period clock expire, there's no amount of timeouts in the world that can matter.
Right. You are putting it then on Nashville to say, hey, put up 20 points or don't do anything.
Right.
Right.
I mean, it's Felony, so stuff is going to happen. And there's 4 points now. 2 Seattle blockers in the box.
That will make it a little easier for Nashville.
Whoa.
Oh,
yeah.
Jam getting called.
Big hit into the back by Pound Cake, calling it from the ground.
Calling it, but not an injury.
No, maybe not. So 7-5 Jam in favor of the Galaxy, still hanging on to that lead, 161 to 138.
We talked about the little things here. I think, if I were on the coaching staff here, I would be calling a timeout right now, preserving as much time as I possibly can.
Oh, no, even 0-0 Jam, 161 to 140.
Yeah.
Okay. We will have one more jam.
Exactly one more jam, which, again, I think works.
4 seconds on the period clock.
I think that works in Seattle's favor here.
Okay.
And I think the clock management could be potentially taken a little bit better by the Nashville coaching team there.
But look at
if you get lead, it doesn't matter.
Definitely the last jam in the game. Nashville taking that lead status. Most of the blockers returning to the track here. Lunatic with 3 Seattle blockers to run away from.
Curly Dervish getting blocked back into the pack by these Nashville blockers. Excellent work to reclaim that top. Keep them stuck in there. Now Lunatic fighting as hard as they possibly can.
Big hit onto Curly Dervish. Does get up.
Curly Dervish getting hit to the outside.
Kangarooby going back to the box. That is going to be number 7 for Kangarooby. She will not be released. 58 seconds.
And Curly Dervish now breaking out of the pack.
Ooh, buddy. So that was Dervish's initial.
Yes. Now eligible to score, though. Getting snuck up on by Mac Attack.
Oh.
Not knocked out, though.
Almost.
Great
Gosh,
balance,
Dervish,
great
so
work.
good. Lunatic, 3 blockers to beat. We're going to see a direction. Assessed to number 200 at the end, Chameleon.
We've got 30 seconds left on this jam. Big cheers from everyone. And Curly Dervish.
Direction assessed to Mac Attack this time.
Yeah. I mean, Nashville is definitely getting desperate here. I don't think they're going to be able to make it up.
They got to stop running so Lunatic can catch up. Guys, stop. Dervish unchallenged.
Yep.
Lunatic unchallenged.
It's a very empty track here.
Going to the end.
And time's going to go there.
Oh, my gosh. What a game.
169 to 156 is our unofficial score. We'll see if there's any updates to that. But short of anything very monumental, that's going to give Galaxy Seattle Derby Brats the 3rd place in this tournament.
Wow. Congratulations to both these teams. We'll wait for that final whistle to say the scores, but What a game. What a great defensive game. These teams were so evenly matched. Just so much jammer penalty trouble. More than 10 jammer penalties for Nashville. And Seattle only had a few, less than 5. So that's the story, guys. And Nashville almost still pulled that off despite all of those jammer penalties.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if
these are
they can
two
clean it up,
great
if they
teams.
can clean it up, they will beat this team the next time they play. All right, that is the final score. 169 to 156. Seattle Derby Brats Galaxy takes the win and third place in the female division of this 2025 JR Junior Roller Derby Association Junior Roller Derby Association Championship. Smacky, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jay Kelski. I
was
really
so much
appreciate
fun.
you having me on here, showing me the ropes, giving me a little bit of space to try this out.
I think you're on your way.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thanks everybody. We will be back as close to noon as possible with the next game, which
Des
will
Moines versus the Pixies. Please stick around. That's
Yeah.
fit to be a great game.
Yes. All right, thanks everybody.
Cheers.